Okay. Crap. All right, let's figure out how I want to do this. We are completely scrapping apart Kite Car. Completely taken apart Kite Car. I gotta figure out in what direction do I even want to make this deck. All right, so we got rocks, many greaves, bunch of rocks, rocks, and now we got control, utility, I guess. So these, let's take you out. Put in these cleaner versions. Hey, do they feel any different? Not really. Just newer. So I guess I'll put these back in the binder. Make a little pile over here for binder cards. So what I got? You got utility, rocks. That's an extra, so I guess we'll put that back in the binder. I haven't separated this, so these are lands. I think these are lands. Most of these are lands. There's the land pile. Creature pile. Creature. High cards in the creature deck. Or pile, I should say. Go. Enchantment. Instant sorcery. This is the planeswalker pile. And that's the land pile. Alright, what's the creature pile? Creature. Instant sorcery. Creature. Enchantment. Creature. Planeswalkers. Creature. Land. Enchantment. And these are instant sorceries. Alright. I gotta figure out what direction I want to make this deck. It's kind of looking like just a bunch of good stuff at the moment. This is in a different type of sleeve. Yeah, let's replace that sleeve. Man, how am I supposed to get this inside all the way? Jesus. There we go. My God, why was that so hard to do? Wait. These all creatures? Yeah, these are all creatures. Creature pile. Alright, first of all, let me do the land base. Now I know who's going to be my... What's up, Elder Wolf King? Who's going to be my commander? I am currently scraping apart... where is he? I'm taking apart Kaikar, Wind's Fury. Oh. And I'm actually building a Kinos and Tiro of Melitus deck. I'll do this. I'll put the cards at the top right corner of the screen so you guys can see it better. Hey, Esteban, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Not super interested in Magic, but good luck on deck date. Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, this is just a chill stream. I just came back. I spent a week out of town looking for a new apartment or place to move into. So yeah. It's like a 3-hour drive. So I just came back, so I'm just kind of chilling right now and stuff, so gonna fit the in the message. No worries. Thank you though. But yeah, I'm kind of just I have 3 decks at the moment. Oh, I forgot to put up the card real quick on top right corner. One second. Image. Let me grab a picture of the card real quick. Actually, better yet, I could do this instead. I can go on the Gatherer website. Just pull it up. Actually, even better, we can go on EDH direct and pull it up. Give me 1 second, I'll pull up the cards. All right, let's do this. Let's create a, I guess, screen capture. Yeah, display capture. Add source. Whoops. add source, and then we'll just go ahead and cut this like this. Put this in the top corner. I'll blow it up a bit so you can see it. Boom! There we go. So, glad for that, man. It's great getting in place. It is. It is. I'm actually trying to move back into the area that I used to live in when I was in college. So I'll be moving out of my parents' place and moving back into my own place. Hopefully within a month. But yeah, anyways, Kaikar wins Fury. I'm just taking apart that deck right now, and I'm going to be putting together a Kianos and Tarot of Meletis deck. Just primarily because of the fact that I kind of realized that I have 3 decks at the moment, alright? I have my current best deck, and probably my most fun deck at the moment, is actually Riel the Everwise. This chick right here. Oh my god, is she so much fun to play. I kind of made her in a very like Voltron-y type of deck. I have other ways to win too, but my primary win condition is commander damage with Riel. Play MTG as well. I have 3 EDH decks and 1 standard. Nice! Yeah, that's kind of what I do too. I usually have a few decks laying around, maybe 1 standard deck. If you know, for nights I want to play FNMs or stuff. Obviously, FNMs aren't a thing really right now at shops just because of the COVID situation, but it'll be nice to get back into it once the whole COVID situation is kind of over and done with. I can go back on Friday nights and just go play some standard, and then during the week and just play some commander or something. But yeah, Riel is currently my best deck. Like, oh my god, it's so fun. Like, this deck is so fast. The way I built my Riel deck is so fast. I could, if no one really does anything about me, or can do anything about me, by like turn 6 or 7, I could easily start killing people. Easily. Maybe sooner, depending on what happens on the board. I've had games like that. She's so good. I could actually bust her out real quick so I can show you like how I made the deck for Riel. If you want an idea for her. I just get so much value. Let me just edit the chat box real quick so you guys can actually see what the heck you're saying on the screen real quick. Background color. Why is it not? It's not showing it for some reason. Trying to find it. I can't. I don't know why it's not showing the background color. It usually does. Anyways, I guess I'll just ignore it for now. I guess I'll just turn off chat on the screen. Like, you'll still see the chat box on the sides and whatnot, just not on the actual stream screen. But what was I saying? So I have 3 decks. Riel the Everwise is currently my best deck right now, and my most recent deck as well. I have Kaikar, which I'm pulling apart right now, just because of the fact that I noticed that Kaikar, he kind of does what he wants, but he's a little too slow from the way I built him at the moment. And I'm like, you know what? I might as well just put back. I used to have a Kianos and Tarot deck in the past, and I'm just like, you know, Kianos and Tarot kind of does what Kaikar wants to do anyways, except maybe just a little bit better. Just because the fact usually when I have Kaikar out, people will just go after and kill Kaikar as quickly as possible, and it's like my deck runs kind of slow without Kaikar, so it's like, With Kinos and Terra out, though, people don't go after him nearly as much, so he's more likely to stay out and give me value. And I'll have access to green this time too. So I figured, I might as well just take apart Kaikar and make Kinos and Terra instead. Let me pull up Kinos and Terra so you can actually see what he does. Fucking this guy. That's what he does. So I'm putting him back together, or at least it probably won't be exactly the same as he used to be in the past, but at least I'll be making a version of him. So yeah, that's what I'm working on the mat. I have a goblin deck, a dragon deck, and a cycling deck for EDH. I'm guessing you bought. I'm guessing you bought the precon, the commander precon for this year, the Gavi Nest Warden chick. Since you said a cycling deck, that's what I'm assuming, anyways. Since she's kind of the cycling commander now. Pretty good, pretty good cycling commander. I'm not sure I like the fact that she's 5 mana to play, but I mean, hey, it's something. All right, so I definitely know for the mana base for this, it's gonna be a more green-centered mana base. It'll be a bunch of dual lands and whatnot, but I definitely want like green type stuff. So, there's my fetch land. I'm just gonna separate these by colors. So there's. Let me take you out of here. You're already on the screen. So red, green. I'm gonna be placing cards underneath the text, underneath the image, or whatever. We'll do this instead, actually. I'll scoot these upwards since I'm not using them at the moment anyways. Actually, real quick, let me actually show you my real deck before I start cluttering up the play mat. Because I'm absolutely in love with my real deck. Every time I play this, I constantly get compliments about this deck. About how fast it plays, how fun it looks. Let me pull up real again. Where is she? There we go. There she is. That's what she does. So the way I made my deck is... Oh, actually, even better. I can... Do I have another? I do not. Oh, for the cycling, not my commander. I have a 3-drop with mutate that I have an infinite combo with. Big Mizzet enable. Are you talking about Vadrock? Wait, I'm confused. What colors are your cycling commander? Who's your cycling commander? And I don't know what you mean by big Mizzet. Like, are you talking about because I mean all of the Niv Mizzets are 5-6 mana. So I don't know which one you mean. And Able Enchantment, I'm not sure what you mean by that either. You know what? Oh, I forgot. I just got some new M21 cards for my Real deck that I need to add to my online deck list that I put together for this. I didn't add this. I had 2 new cards in here that I have to update later. So, self-reminder to myself. So, alright, I'm actually going to do this. I don't feel like actually showing my whole deck right here. So I'm actually just going to post the link to my deck list for you to check out instead. Sign in, my decks, Real Spellslinger. All right. So this doesn't include the 2 new cards that I added to this. But here's my 99%, 98% deck list for my real deck, if you're interested. Pretty fun. Put this back. Alright, let me go ahead and continue this. So, fetch land. This is check land. So we got check lands. Make this a little bit smaller. It's a bit too big. Alright, so check lands, fetch lands, filter lands, pain lands, filter, check land, shock lands, pain, multicolor lands, burpity burp, utility lands, shock, utility. What's this? Filter, pain, merp, filter, merp, utility, merp. I guess this would count as a check land, right? Check land, pain, or shock land. I'm not sure what they call that. Utility, merp, basic, shock. Where's my fetch land? Fetch land, shock. I'll put this there. Definitely not running this. This is just being taken out. Check land. Utility. Fetch land. Utility. Merp. Basic. Utility. I don't know why this is here. There it is. That should be there. Okay. I think I might take out my Scalding Tarn from my real deck and just put it in here. I don't really need Scalding Tarn in a 2-color deck. It's just nice for like slight consistency, but it's not really that big of a deal. I could just run like another Fabled Passage or something instead, to be honest. I got 2 Shimmer Rifts in here. I'm gonna take one out. Merp. Alright. So I definitely need more pain lands in here. I have... What fetch lands am I missing for 4 colors? I guess Windswept Heath. The green-white fetch land. Scalding Tarn. Oh, actually, I have Misty Rainforest in my real deck too, I think. Oh, I need to take out Nykthos from this deck. There's no point in having Nykthos in the real deck. Yep, Misty Rainforest is in here. Where are you? There's Steam Vents. Scalding Tarn, there it is. Yeah. There's I forgot what it was. There was another card that's exactly like Fabled Passage. It's somewhere. Vadrock! Ooh, okay. I've actually been wanting to make a Vadrock deck. I just haven't... I wasn't really too sure what direction I wanted to make a Vadrock deck, though. But I'm actually kind of stoked, though, that you have one of those decks, because I've kind of been wanting to make them, too. I did the thought of me just, like, being able to, like, Just cast cards like Wheel of Fortune from my grave for free. And he doesn't exile when you're casting from your grave for free either. I think that's just dope. I think that's just so cool. So I really want to make one. I'm just not really sure what direction to take him in. Alright, yeah. So I need to put 2 lands in here. In my real deck. I need to put a... I'll just put a basic mountain and a basic island back in the deck to replace these fetch lands. Let's put these fetch lands in here. I don't really need the fetch lands in real. Oh, forgot I had these here. Artifact. Instant sorcery. So you're saying that you have an infinite combo with a Mizzet card and an enchantment? With Vadrock? Niv Mizzet Parent and Reconnaissance Mission is an infinite combo. What's Reconnaissance Mission again? Whenever a creature you control deals damage, combat damage to a player, draw a card. How the heck is that an infinite combo? Because that's not infinite. It has to be combat damage. It's not damage. You have to swing with Niv Mizzet or another creature to draw a card. Yeah, you'll do damage when you draw cards with Niv Mizzet, but it won't trigger. Niv Mizzet's ability won't trigger Reconnaissance Mission. If you want an infinite combo with Niv Mizzet, you need cards like Curiosity. Where is it? Curiosity. Curiosity will trigger an infinite combo with Niv Mizzet. I should know since Niv Mizzet was literally my main deck for years. Originally the Firemind before Parent came out. But Riel came out. I'm like, oh, fuck Niv Mizzet. Play Riel. I have Niv Mizzet in my Riel deck though. I would say I'm like an Izzet specialist. That's like the main colors I almost always play in every one of my decks, aside from monocolor decks. There's another card that's exactly like Curiosity too. I think it's Obsidian Eye. Hold on. I'll just look into Mizzet because it's... I remember the artwork, but I don't remember the name off the top of my head. Right. Yeah, I know it says whenever you draw a card, deals 1 damage to any target, but the thing is, Reconnaissance Mission only lets you draw a card when you do combat damage. Niv Mizzet's ability to do 1 damage when you draw a card is not considered as combat damage, which will not trigger Reconnaissance Mission to draw again. That's what I'm trying to point out here. So, where is it? Oh, Ophidian Eye, not Obsidian Eye. Yeah, so Curiosity and Ophidian Eye. These are like the staple 2-card combos with Niv Mizzet. These will actually create the infinite combo that you're talking about. And they cost cheaper mana too, I should probably add. I hope that clears that up a little bit. How long have you been playing? At least for me, I've been playing Magic for about, what? I want to say 7, 8 years now, I think. No, a little bit longer than that. No, I think 7, 8 years sounds about right. I started playing when Cons of Takir first came out. This goes really well. I noticed you're kind of quiet over there. I hope I didn't just like shatter your whole world, because I imagine that probably ruins some of your game plans for the deck. Because I imagine you tend to swing quite a bit, right, with flyers. You're playing Jeskai. You probably have quite a few flying creatures. I just got back into it. I have been playing for about 7 years, insane, but I've been in and out of Magic. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, you can still play those cards. It's just not an infinite combo. That's all I was trying to point out. I don't know how you have your deck built. It sounds like it's a very, I mean, if you're playing Reconnaissance Mission, aside from the Visit thing, it sounds like you might potentially have like a bunch of flyers to just, you know, swing at the opponent with and stuff. At least that's how I would potentially go for it. Alright, so I have 2 Glacial Fortress here. I like the new artwork better, so we'll take out the older one. We have no extras here, which is good. For the filter lands, no extras, so that's good. Shock lands. I feel like in my head. Oh, no extras, that's good. I should probably put a basic forest in here too. I highly doubt I need any sort of artifact theme for this. I'll take up a Siege as well. We'll take out Tolaria West as well. I have 2 Reliquary Towers apparently, so we'll take out one of those. So far, those are my only 2 utility lands in the deck. I have to tell my uncle because he built a deck and I just added a few more cards for it to be better. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So, like, was it a gift from your uncle? That's what it sounds like. I'm guessing you and your uncle play together too. You don't like go to the card shop or anything to play with people? What is this? Oh, that's that new card. Alright. I only want lands that can come in untapped, to be honest. So I don't think I'll be including these. Oh, well, actually, Sea of Clouds I'll include just because it's that should easily be able to come in untapped. Not these though. I need a basic forest. Basic forest. Go, basic forest. Okay, let's see. I know I should definitely have some extras here. pain lands. Okay. Exotic Orchard, Forbidden Orchard, City Brass, Reflecting Pool, Mana Confluent. Multiple command towers, figured as much. Let's got one. Yep, I have double Mystic Monastery. Frontier Bivouac, another Exotic Orchard. Check that out. Shit. Do they have any other shard combinations for my Ikoria? For the Triome lands? Where's Ikoria? Ikoria lands. I think they all have black. Yeah, they do. Okay, never mind then. Yeah, these are the only two Triomes I can use for these colors. I don't know if I want to keep Mystic Monastery and Frontier Bivouac in the deck. I'm going to say no for now. I want to try and avoid having any tapped lands as much as possible. So here are our multicolor lands. We got some basics. I need to check my binder for... Alright. Just my land binder. Ooh, I could run Field of the Dead in the deck. I could run Field of the Dead. I'll pull that up so in case you don't know what that does. It says, whenever Field of the Dead or another land enters the battlefield under your control, if you control 7 or more lands with different names, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Hell yeah. In a 4-color deck? With the amount of special... non-basic lands I'm gonna have are definitely gonna help trigger that. Let's see. Are there any other... Which Painlands do I have? Yavimeg Coast. Do I have any other Painlands? Oh! I have a... It's not a Painland, but I have Skycloud Expanse. It's kind of like a Signet. But via landform. Oh, I have one for red-green as well. I didn't know that. Interesting. Was it Mossfire Valley? Oh, I do have a Painland for red-green. Carplucin Forest. I have a filter land for green-white, apparently. I didn't even know I had these. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Good to know. I guess we'll put these in then. Mossfire Valley. I'll figure out my color mana curve later once I've actually built a deck, but I mean I'm just kind of putting these in for now in terms of just having a mana pool for lands. Oh, this is a pain land. So I got 3 pain lands, 3 filter lands. Got, okay. Oh, Field of the Dead. There we go. Alright, so I got 3 utility lands. The shocks. Do I have all the shocks? I think, what, there's 10 shocks in 10 shock lands in these colors? If we do, if we could, but he owed me money because I traded him and Gila Blade Blossom deck. You know, foil Vraska Planeswalker and another for 150. Gotcha. Gotcha. I'm missing. I need more shock lands. I don't have all the shock lands apparently for this deck. So it's definitely going to be something I need to work on. No, actually, there's supposed to be 8 shock lands for 4 colors, right? So I'm missing 3 of them. Which ones am I missing? So I have 1 of each basic. Okay, so there's blue-red, blue-white, blue-green, that's it for blue combinations. So for red combinations, there's red-blue, red-white, red-green. So each color has 3 combinations. So for white, there's white-blue, white-red, white-green. I don't have the green one. So I'm missing the white-green. So it's blue, red, white. And then for green, there's green-blue, green-red, and green-white. Okay. Okay, so there's only 6 shock lands in these colors then. So I'm just missing the green-white one. Okay, the green-white shock land. Good to know. That's not as much as I thought it was going to be. Thank God. Green-white shock land. What's that? Is that? No, I'm here thinking Windsweat Teeth. That's the fetch land. How many fetch lands am I missing for Kianos and Tiro? Let me pull them up real quick for you guys too. That's the commander I'm working on right now. Need to look at the lands. Check out the... What fetch lands am I missing? Oh, these are utility lands. What is that? Oh, Calyx. I don't really care about most of these utility lands. Okay, lands. What am I missing? Temple Garden, that's what's called. Add my deck build to a mock show website. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. You can, if you want to send it to me, I'll check it out. Temple Garden. I'm missing Temple Garden. Windswept Heath. Do I have? I have Flooded Strand. I have Wooded Foothills. I'm assuming I have some Petal Grove, right? Yeah, I do. I have Glacial Fortress. I have Hinterland Harbor. Rootbound Crag. I'm missing Rootbound Crag. I need to write these down. Windswept Heath, Temple Garden. What is this? Rootbound Crag. Rootbound Crag. I know I have Sulphur Falls. I have Misty Rainforest. I have Sea of Clouds. I have Arid Mesa. I know I have Clifftop Retreat. Oh, Bountiful Promenade. That's a newish card. And I have Scalding Tarn. Is that really all the fetch lands for these colors? Oh, Spire Garden. That's the other one. What's the other card? It's like a Fabled Passage. It's called like Prismatic something. That fetches for a basic. Da, 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 da. Ba, 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 ba. Vista? I think it's Vista. Prismatic Vista. Yes, it is Prismatic Vista. Yep, there we go. So I'm only missing one Shockland. I think I have all of the fetch lands. Right? What we got? We have white blue. We have white red. We're missing white green. Oh, Windswept Heath, sorry. Then for blue, we have white blue. Oh, there's Scalding Tarn. Oops. White. Yeah, we have all three of the blues. So we're missing one white, all three of the blues. For the reds, we have all three of the reds. For the green, It's just one step teeth. Yeah, so one step teeth is the only one we're missing. Okay. So we're missing one shock land, one fetch land. One check land. Where are my check lands? What the heck are my check lands? Are they here? I think this is it. Yeah, these are the check lands. So we're missing one check land. And two newish check lands. We are missing a pain land as well. What's the... Actually, we're missing multiple pain lands, now that I think about it. It's supposed to be six pain lands, I think. So what would those be? Let me look at the land section. Mana stables. I just need to see the shock land. Oh, not shock lands, the check lands. Or the pain lands, I mean. I keep saying the wrong words. Doesn't show up on here for some reason. Why? Show me the money. Come on. Are none of the pain lands on this list? Seriously? Okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to hard search for these pain lands. Hard look them up. Full list of pain lands. Alright, full list of pain lands. Let's see. Alright. Adarkar Waste. Well, I'm just writing these down. Painlands. Painlands. Okay, we're missing a Darkar Waste. Let's see. I have Carplucin Forest, Brushland. Let's see. I have Shivan Reef, Battlefield Forge. I have Yavimaya Coast. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. I'm only missing 3 Painlands. So it's not as big of a list as I thought it was going to be. Oh. Hold on. There's actually a little bit more. I didn't realize they added more Painlands in Modern Horizons. What is it? I need another Fiery Islet. Sun-Baked Canyon. And waterlogged grove. There we go. Yeah, that looks like it. So altogether, I am missing 11 lands. Whether or not I actually end up using all 11, I don't know, but it's nice to have for my colors. I could replace these dumb filter lands. That would be nice. But for now, we'll have to use the filter lands. Quick. There we go. All right, so how many lands is this already? That's probably a good question to ask. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, the filter lands. Crap, I forgot to look at that. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Yeah, that's too many lands. I could take out like easily 6 lands from this. So, I mean, there's that for now. I can figure that out. I can figure that out once I figure out what the heck even my color mana curve is in the first place. I do need to know what the frickin' other filter lands are, because I'm missing 3 of them apparently. I think I only have 3. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 filter lands, so I'm missing 2. MTG filter lands. Let's see. I currently have. Which ones do I have? I have these 4. All right, so I have. So I need Mystic Gate. I have Firelit Thicket. I need Wooded Bastion. Wooded Bastion. I have Cascade Bluffs. I have Rugged Prairie, and I have Flooded Grove. Yeah, so just missing again Wood Bastion. So it's just 2 I'm missing in terms of the filter lands. I guess it's good to know. I guess since now we're done with that, we could check out my mana rocks to see what color, if I have all the colored mana rocks while I'm at it. Let's see. So we got the Signet, Arcane Signet, which is everything. Chromatic Lantern, which is everything. And how don't know if I should put soul ring in here, but there we go. So I need the talismans and signets. Okay, so we have talismans over here, signets over here. Is this really all of it? I feel like I should have more. Let me check my binder. Let's see. Okay, so I have Azoria signet. Do I have Gruul signet? Here's another talisman. I don't think so, Chief. Yep, so I am missing... I think I'm missing talismans and signets as well. Alright. In which case... Okay, in which case I have, for the talismans, should be 6 total. And signets, there should be 6 total. I only have 3 signets, so I know I'm missing stuff. Let's see, I have Azoria signet. I need Gruul signet. Selesnya signet. Let's see, I know I need one more. I have Izzet signet. I have Boros signet. Simic signet, that's what I need. There we go. And then talismans. I should only be missing 2 of these. So okay, so I have Talisman of Progress, Talisman of Impulse. I'm missing Talisman of Utility. Of Unity, I mean. Talisman of Unity. I have Talisman of Curiosity. Talisman of Conviction. I have Talisman of Creativity in different decks, so I'll need an extra copy. I feel like I'm missing one. That's only 5. That can't be right, right? Talisman of Progress for white-blue. Talisman of Impulse for green-red. Talisman of Unity for green-white. Talisman of Curiosity for green-blue. Talisman of Creativity for red-blue. Talisman of Conviction for red-white. Oh no, that's 6. There. That is a 6 total of 6. I think that's it in terms of mana rocks. Okay. So, done checking the rocks. Again, once I find out more about which colors I'm actually playing, I can figure out more of that later. I'll put these on hold for now over here. Alright, now we can actually figure out what the heck do I even want to do with this deck. So we're playing Kinos and Tiro. Don't know what direction I want to do with this. I kind of want to go back and make like a Cascade-ish type deck again, because that was fun. Just play a lot of medium-sized big creatures. Kinos and Tiro just let me ramp by himself anyways. I guess I could look up the build I previously had with him. Get inspiration. Was it tapped out? Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's check out what my old deck list was. Okay, so for my old deck list of this, I had Ulmer's Archive, Chromatic Lantern, and a Thought Vessel. I'm not gonna play Thought Vessel though, I'm gonna play Arcane Signet. So rocks on the side. Alright, for... let's see. Planeswalkers. Really? Those are the only Planeswalkers I have? Okay. I mean, sure. This is my old list, so I'll probably update it as we go along. So those were the only 3 artifacts I had. I guess I could pick the lands, grab the lands that are on the list too. Filter lands, shock lands, bunch check lands, fetch lands, multicolor lands, miscellaneous lands, and utility lands. Okay, so for the old deck list, I had Breeding Pool. Where is it? I had Breeding Pool, Canopy Vista, which I think was what was that? What was Canopy Vista from? Do I not have it? Oh, it's that card. I don't want that in the deck. Cascade Bluffs, which is a filter. We had Cinderglade, which I don't want in the deck. I'm gonna replace that. I had Clifftop Retreat. Chuckland. Clifftop Retreat. Command Tower, where are you? Which every deck runs. Command Tower. Exotic Orchard. Blurp. Flooded Grove. Filterland. Flooded Strand. Which I think is in... No, at the fetch land. Flooded Strand. Forbidden Orchard. We had 2 forests in the deck. Ooh. Okay. If you guys want, would like any advice or maybe just... So if you just want to get a third opinion, outside opinion on your deck list, by all means, you can, I'm more than happy to just take a look, give my thoughts about it. Obviously, just take it what you will. Agree, disagree, all that good stuff. I don't know. Well, it looks like I have 2 of every basic land in this deck. 2 forests, 2 islands, 2 plains. Do I have 2 mountains? I don't have any mountains in this deck. Interesting. We'll come back to that later, I guess. Glacial Fortress, which is a check land, I believe. Yep. Glacial Fortress, Hallowed Fountain, which is a check land. Hinterland Harbor, which is a check land. Homeward Path, interesting. I don't think I need that anymore. Used to in the past, but I don't think I need that anymore. Yeah, no worries. Take your time, Elder. Yeah, I only have 1 mountain in my old deck list. Let's see. Mana Confluence. Where's that? Mana Confluence, Maze of Ith. I love Maze of Ith. I have polluted Delta in here, but that was just probably because I didn't have the appropriate check lands at the time. So I'll replace that with a different check land later. Prairie Stream, I'm not running that anymore. Reflecting Pool. Reliquary Tower. Rootbound Crag. I think that was one I was missing, right? Yeah, I think that was one I was missing. Yeah, that was one I was missing. Sacred Foundry. There we go. Steam Vents. There we go. Stomping Ground. There we go. Sulphur Falls. There we go. Sunpetal Grove. There we go. Temple Garden. I think that was one I was missing. Yeah. Windswept Heath I'm also missing. And Wooded Foothills. Okay. So. None of the filter Painlands are even in the deck. I'll replace the polluted Delta with a Misty Rainforest instead. So how many lands am I replacing? Let's see. 1, 2. I'm going through my old deck list. Not counting the double basics that I had. 3, 4. At least 4 cards. In which case we'll do this. For those 4 cards, we'll put in the 2 Tri-lands, and we'll put in my other 2 fetch lands. That should be good, right? Okay, and then I have 2 forests, 2 islands, 2 plains, and 1 mountain in the deck. In which case, what I will do instead is, what is that, 2, 4, 6, 7 total? So I'll have my 4 basics. I can do 3 other lands. Three other lands. We'll do this. We'll do my 4 basics. Firelit Thicket, Rugged Prairie, and I could do either City of Brass or Field of Dead. We'll do City of Brass. Boom! Lands have been solved. For now. So for now, aside from the green-white lands that I'm missing, it was a Temple Garden, Windswept Heath, and Rootbound Crag. Those 3 lands. Those 3 lands plus 3 artifacts. Okay, now let's go through the instance. And, well, okay, we'll grab the Planeswalkers first since there's only 4 of them according to my old deck list. According to my old deck list. According to my old deck list, I have Chandra Torch of Defiance, which I have a ton of at the moment. I got the Chandra Spellbook. I got a foil version of the Chandra Spellbook, Chandra Torch of Defiance. It looks so nice. I'll put it all to sleep real quick so you can see it a little bit better. Look at that. Let me take it out of the sleeve too. Look at this. Oops. Look at that. It looks so cool. With the little flame border and whatnot. So dope. This card alone costs more than the entire Chandra Spellbook price alone. I mean, by itself. Not counting like the other cards, like the non-foil Torch of Defiance that comes in the pack, as well as the Fiery Confluence. And this foil alone got me my money's worth from it. So I was pretty happy about that. It looks so sick. All right, Chandra Torch of Defiance. Let's see. You want it? My deck list for Commander on Moxfield is called Vadric. Just send me the link. Are you able to post the link? Hold on. Actually, I don't know if you're in the Discord, in my Discord or not. If you're in my Discord, on. Okay, so Moxfield search user by Elder Wolfgang. Found it. It's okay, I found the deck. Let me pull it up on the screen. There we go. All right, so this is your deck list. Vadric's Commander. Let's see. So, what's your Planecaller, Narset, Ral? Is it Viceroy and Storm Conduit? Interesting. Okay. Kim Destroying Wind, Brawlin, Chandra Fire Kaladesh. Ooh. I never see anybody except me play Chandra Fire Kaladesh. Curator of Mysteries, Dranith. I fucking hate this card with a burning passion. Here, Electrostatic Field. Attacks Mutant. Exiled with. Ooh. That is interesting. Gavi, Herald of the Forgotten. Remember, if you cast a returning number, target permanent cards with cycling abilities. Ew, that's not. I mean, I haven't seen all your cards yet, but it doesn't sound very good. That came in the new pre-con, I think, right? Jorian. Lord Dracus. Nimble Obstructionist. Nimiziparan. Nimizid Fineline. Rima. Shabraz. Sun Titan. Swiftblade Vindicator. Tagic. Locust God. For clearance, Slaughter of the Strong. He's put in interesting. Hey, what's up, this old helmet? This is just a chill stream. Just, you know, kind of hanging out, talking to each other. And while doing so, I'm just editing my EDH deck. Elder Wolf King just submitted his just put or should I say, how should I word this? He just put up his EDH deck list online for it, and I'm just checking it out real quick. Just kind of going over it, give my thoughts on it. Send flare. What are you sorceries? Do you not have any sorceries? You have two. I already see a big problem with this deck. Yeah, this deck seems inconsistent. By the way, for my just for reference, Fireman's Research isn't a very good card. Even in my real deck, which has 40 instants and sorceries combined, it's still not a very good card. Hey Roadhouse, thank you so much for the follow. Just realized I have the... There we go. What's up, 4-Leaf Clover? How you doing? You have full art Vadrak? Ooh, nice! I love the full out versions of the cards. They look sick. What was I saying before? Oh yeah, I was just making a slight comment of Fireman's Research. Yeah, even in my even in my Riel deck, which has 40 instant sorceries in it, Fireman's Research is still like very lackluster. It's just not. It's too slow. Like the fact you need 5 charge counters to do damage with it, and 2 to draw a card. I mean, I could probably actually get decent value, just decent, from my deck. Considering the fact you only have 12 instant sorceries total, and your entire 99 card deck, you are literally gonna get little to no value at all from your Fireman's Research. So straight off the bat, I would and like all these other cards that you had that care about instant sorceries, you're not gonna get a whole lot of value from them either. So even just cards like Niv-Mizzet-Perrin, you'll get okay value from, but it's gonna feel like you're relying more on your opponents casting instant sorceries than you would off yourself. Like, Niv-Mizzet-Perrin is the type of card that you want to be triggering his own ability from your own cards as much as possible. And if you're not doing so, you're not really playing Niv-Mizzet-Perrin that much. I know you're playing a cycling type deck, which does help. At least you'll be able to get the damage from his ability, the 1 damage whenever you draw a card effect. But realistically, you want to be triggering that from playing instant sorceries more if possible. Like, you have a bunch of cards in here. Like, honestly, like I said before, I'm like an Izzet specialist. So I'll play all sorts of Izzet combinations. I like playing 3 color combinations most. So I play so just recently I've been playing a lot of Jeskai colors, but I used to play a lot of Teamer back in the day too. But it's still red blue centric nonetheless, and you seem to be playing a lot of red blue. centric type stuff. So it definitely feels you're going for more of like a wheel-ish type deck, a drawing deck, a draw matters type deck essentially. So the more you draw, the more shenanigans you can do. So cards like Nimbus the Firemind, Perrin, you have Shark Boy, Lava Girl, where is it? Brelin, which is Shark Boy. No, my bad, Lava Girl. I mean, and then we have Shabraz, which is Shark Boy. Hold on. I guess while I'm doing this, let me do this so you guys can actually see the cards better. For those of you who don't know what the heck is happening, let me go ahead and reset. Transform, reset, transform. And I'll do this so that the rest of you actually know what the heck the cards are that I'm talking about. For any of you who happen maybe to not be the most Magic the Gathering connoisseurs. Whoops. I messed this up apparently. Reset, transform. Put this in the corner. We'll blow it up. There you go. Now the rest of you can read what the heck these cards are. Actually, I'll just go ahead and put it over here. Since it's covered, the card shows up there anyways. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is way better. Hopefully this is readable to you guys. I'll make it big, super big. All right. Okay. So what was I saying? Yeah, so you have a lot of cards in here that are like drawing matters. Okay. Going from Brawlin to where is he? Shabraz. What's happening? Oh, I see what's happening. That's not good. This sucks. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Let's see, where is it? And then you have a bunch of cards that like do. You have a bunch of cards that do drawing. They're not the most consistent drawing because they only happen once. So going back to what I was just saying earlier as well, the fact that you have like only 12 instant sorceries in your entire deck, that alone is going to make your Ethereal Forager really bad because when it attacks, you can return it into a sorcery that you exiled from his Delve ability back to your hand. And if you only have 12 in your entire deck, chances are you might only ever exile maybe 1 or 2 at most when you go for his effect, which isn't very good. That's a very low rate. You won't have a lot of control as to what you're going to be getting back, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. Gavi's nice if you're going for a cycling theme. Honestly, I feel like you're probably... Vadric lets you cast a non-creature spell with CMC 3 or less from your grave for free. If we take a look at the non-creature, so ignoring lands, ignoring creatures, none of your planeswalkers are eligible for Vadric's effect. What about your artifacts? You could do your artifacts, although, to be honest, you're almost never going to actually cast Soul Ring from the grave. You're almost probably just going to hardcast it. You're probably going to have Arcane Signet on the field, too. Abandoned Sarcophagus, you're probably going to want on... You're probably already going to have on the field. So the only actual contenders for what could, among artifacts, be in the grave for Vadric's ability in the first place are going to be your Commander's Field, because you can crack it to draw a card. So you can actually recurringly cast Commander's Sphere from your grave, and Rogrin Crystal, because you can cycle it into the grave. You're also currently changing it to? Okay. No worries. I'm just kind of looking at it and just kind of giving my thoughts. And you can agree, disagree, agree to disagree. um, yeah, whatever you choose. It's up to you what you decide to do. You could just completely ignore what I say entirely. I'm just kind of giving my thoughts about it. So among your artifacts, these are the only two potential possibilities. Commander Sphere being your best one, just because you can actually consistently reuse it. Among enchantments, Astral Drift. You will not be able to cast out from your grave with Vadrig's ability. Whenever you cycle card, you may have. You'll be unlikely to recast or to cast Crystalline Resonance. Unlikely to cast Drakehaven. Unlikely to cast Fireman's Research. Ominous Seas is good here, because then you can cycle it and then cast it for free. That's good. Patient Rebuilding is not even an option. Reconnaissance Mission is not an option. Town of Reformation is actually pretty decent here. 1,000-Year Storm's not an option. So, altogether, from what I'm seeing, so like Ionize is a target for Vadrig's ability, but it's just gonna fizzle because there's nothing to counterspell. Same thing with Neutralize. That's not an option. That's not an option. That's not an option. Yeah, so what I'm seeing from your deck is that you have Vadrig as your commander, but truth be told, truth be told, about 80, I would say about 80% of your deck is not even able to take advantage of his ability to recast stuff from your grave. Either most of your non-creature spells are 4 CMC or higher. Okay. And then just taking the non-creature spells that are 3 CMC or lower, about 60% of them are unlikely to be in the grave in the first place, just because they're permanent. They don't have a cycling ability, essentially. They don't have a way to get themselves into the graveyard for you to be able to recast them. Okay. Pretty much any of your CMC that are non-creature spells that are 3 CMC 3 or lower, any of them that have, among your artifact enchantments, any of them that have cycling are decent targets, because you know for a fact you can easily potentially put them to the grave if you wanted to. A lot of these probably won't really hit the grave more often. Just taking like Soul Ring, for example. Like, it's unlikely that you're ever gonna have your Soul Ring be in the graveyard. Like, just that type of scenario. And then you like even just your instants. You have like 2 or 3 counter spells. You're not gonna target counter spells with Vadrig. If Vadrig had Flash, maybe you could target counter spells in your graveyard, because then you can flash in. If someone casts a spell, you can flash in Vadrig and then target a counter spell from your graveyard to cast a counter spell for free and use the counter spell to target the opponent's spell. Then like those would be options, but you can't, because you don't have a way to give Vadrig Flash, and he doesn't have Flash on his own either. Adding more instant sorceries, okay, that's good. So that's just instant sorceries into account. So like let's just do this. Let me just count the number of actually legitimate targets in your deck for your commander, because as it is right now, to be honest, I would honestly run where is she? I would just run Gavi as your commander in your deck's current form, compared to Vadrig, just because you won't really get any value from Vadrig. Gavi would probably be much better. If not even not either. If you don't want to do Gavi, just run again, this is just in the current form. You can do Brelin and where's Shock Boy? Forgot what his name was. Dang, where's Shark Boy? Shabraz. Just run Braylon and Shabraz as your partner commanders. Just have them both be your commanders. Either Gavi or the partner commanders would easily be way better to pilot your deck in its current state, at least according to this deck list. That's just That's just my opinion, though. Yeah, because you definitely seem to be going with a very cycling heavy type strategy with not a whole lot of instant sorceries. So, which kind of hurts Vadric. Yeah. Like, to be honest, you're more likely to just want to hard cast Vadric just as a creature on the board to hit people with, or like with flying, more than anything else. Then you're more likely to do that than you would actually be for his ability. Another thing worth mentioning as well is that I think I only saw like one or two mutate creatures in this entire list. I saw one. I think I only saw one mutate creature in this entire deck. Yeah. You only have one mutate creature in the deck. So, one thing to keep in mind about Bodrick is that he says whenever this creature mutates, meaning so that way, even if you have another creature mutate on top of, or should I say, mutate with Vadric's existing pile, you can trigger Vadric's ability again. Okay, so it's not just when you cast Vadric for his mutate ability, it's whenever you cast any creature's mutate ability on Vadric's pile on the field. Okay, so just for example, let's say we have a token on the field and you mutate with Vadric, okay, with Vadric's ability, his mutate ability. You'll get his ability trigger to cast a non-creature CMC 3 or less spell for free from your grave, okay? But let's say I also cast another creature mutate ability from my hand, targeting the same pile that Vadric is on. That will also trigger Vadric's ability again. So if it just lets you be able to reuse his ability multiple times, and so you only have one mutate creature to take advantage of at the moment. Do I have a way to look at your CMC? Yes, I do. Oh, but the computer screen's blocking it. Okay, there we go. So this is your curve at the moment. It's decent. It's not bad. I'm considering that most of your stuff are 2 or 3 CMC. That's honestly not too bad. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Or should I say pretty decent. Those are your color curve. So you tend to be playing mostly red-blue stuff at the moment. Which is understandable. Let me see if there's any cards I could suggest for my own decks. Go ahead, go back to my actual screen. Oh, feel good. Oh, that's right. Forget I was looking at my previous deck list before. What the heck is tapped out? No, where the heck is tapped out? There's tapped out. If you're going for a non-creature based deck, I might suggest Kaikar. Kaikar Wind's Fury. Oops. Let me fix this. Let me pull up Kaikar again. There we go, Kaikar. Kaikar Wind's Fury. That would be a decent addition if you're going for a non-creature based deck, which Vadric kind of wants. So anything that like gets abilities or effects off of playing non-creature spells, uh, you would want in a Vadra deck typically. It's also worth noting too that if you're playing a non-creature based deck, you typically will want to have a lower amount of creatures in the entire deck. So like, so you have like 26 creatures in the deck. Try to lower it to more around like less than 20 if you can. The less creatures you have, the better. Just because then you'll have actually more slots to put in non-creatures. So things like planeswalkers, planeswalkers, artifacts, enchantments, instant sorceries. You could easily. There's a lot you can easily do with just enchantments and planeswalkers alone. You can have an entire game plan built around playing around with just enchantments and planeswalkers, and have only like a decent amount of instant sorceries and still get value a lot of times. So that could be worth considering. I play a lot of control. Typically, non-creature based decks tend to be control oriented, so keep that in mind. So don't be afraid to play cards such as telepathy, for example, which literally just says your opponents play with their hands revealed. Telepathy, probably by far one of the most underrated enchantments in control decks. I know it doesn't look like much, but it really does a lot. It gives you so much information to play around. Especially if you're playing in a multiplayer game, this card does so much work. Because what ends up happening is like all three of your opponents have to keep their hands revealed at the same time. You do not. It's just your opponents. So what ends up happening is a lot of the political aspect, in terms of like the social nature of us as humans tend to kind of activate. We're like, okay, all three of them now have to reveal their hand. And not only do you know what their threats are that they have planning, what they're trying to plan based off what they have in their hand, and now you can work around that as well. But your other opponents also know what each other is trying to plan. So now, because it's open information to all three of them, now they're more likely to go after each other. Because now they're like, oh, well, he has this and he has so and so in his hand. Okay, I can't let him get that off. Okay, so now they'll start more likely to hit each other. Because now they know what each other is planning just from having their hands revealed. So this, for 1 mana, this card does a lot of damage, metaphorically speaking. So very good control card. You have Tectonic Reformation, which is a very good card. Kudos to you for playing that. This is just a personal favorite of mine, but I really like Fevered Visions. Very underrated in my opinion, but one of my personal favorite is its enchantment. It's 3 mana as well, and it really puts in a lot of work over the course of a game. All right, there's Fever Visions. So what it does is that it lets everybody draw a card at the end of their turn. However, if an opponent happens to have 4 more cards in their hand at the end of their turn, they take 2 damage. Okay, and what people tend to not realize is like, okay, yeah, sure, they'll probably end up taking 2 damage for the first few turns, but then what ends up happening is like over the course of a game, people normally don't do anything about Fever Visions over the course of most games. So Fever Visions typically tends to do a lot of damage on everybody except you over the course of the entire game. Quite literally, whenever I play this card, this card alone will kill people, like take half their life away over the course of an entire game just by itself, just by sitting there. And this, of course, this is not taking into account things like shocklands and whatnot, people dealing damage to themselves via like shocklands and whatnot, as well as, obviously everybody fighting each other and just doing combat damage. So when you add on top of this, on top of just how a normal game of Magic goes, you can easily get people to pretty like middling / low life totals just by having this in the field. Like, on top of the fact you get a free card at your end step every turn too, which just helps what you want to do as an non-creature based deck. So really underrated in my opinion. I personally feel like more people should play this more often, but yeah, definitely one of my favorite is enchantments, and it's really low to mana wise, very low cost into play. Another good thought is Whirlwind of Thought. This came out in Ikoria, the second to latest set that came out. It's 4 mana, 1 generic, and Jeskai colors. It literally just says whenever you cast a non-creature spell, draw a card. Like, if you're playing a non-creature based deck, which is what Vadric wants, like this, you literally draw cards just from playing your deck, which is fantastic. Let me pull it up for you. So there's Whirlwind of Thought. You literally just draw cards for playing your deck. If you can get like at least, not including your lands, if you can get at least around 80%, around 80, 75, 80% of your deck to be non-creature spells, then you will have a lot of synergy. That's how you know you'll have a lot of synergy. Or at least that's where you start. You should start having a lot of synergy for your deck if you want Vadric as your commander. And Whirlwind of Thought will just do like, this will just give you so much value, because now it's like, I play this, I draw a card. I play another card, I draw a card. I play another card, I draw a card. Since 80% of your deck is non-creature spells, you're 80% of the time always going to be drawing a card every time you play a card. So you will almost always have a full grip in your hand at all times. Just like a full ass grip. Yeah, very good card. Another card too, Smothering Tithe. This, like, if you're playing white and you're especially in a non-creature based deck, like you have, like, if you happen to have this or you have the money to get one, like, get this. It just does so much value. It says whenever an opponent draws a card, basically if they don't pay 2 mana for every card they draw, you get a treasure token for every card they draw. So I mean, you're playing Jeskai. Jeskai doesn't really have ramp the same way that green decks do. Hence kind of why most people in EDH play green based type decks, green and black. Smothering Tithe. This alone, more often than not, people don't pay the mana for Smothering Tithe. So you, more often than not, you get like 3 treasure every single turn in a full turn cycle. Turn cycle being that, like, you go from your turn to player 2's turn, player 3's turn, player 4's turn, back to your turn. That's one full turn cycle. This just gives you free mana without having to do anything. Even better, if you play this with like wheel effects, such as like Wheel of Fortune, for example, you can get 21 treasure tokens off of this. It's absurd, absolutely absurd. So imagine Smothering Tithe with a card such as such as Time Reversal, for example. Oh no, just something even more basic. Let's just say Windfall. Such as Windfall. Windfall says each player discards their hand, then draws cards equal to the greatest number of cards someone discarded. So, like, if Susan to my left has 8 cards in their hand and I play Windfall, since they had the most cards in their hand compared to everybody else, everyone discards their hand and draws 8 cards. If I had Smothering Tithe that when I play Windfall, boom, I get what's 24 treasure tokens because of the Smothering Tithe, because no one's gonna pay 16 mana to prevent you from getting a treasure token per card they draw. They're just gonna be like, yeah, just take the whole thing. So you get 24 treasure tokens. It can be absurd. Like, you want to try and look for combos via your non-creature spells, and there's actually a whole lot more than you would think. Let's see. I'm actually planning to make this deck, my Kianos and Tarot deck, a non-creature based deck. I don't like creatures. They're inconsistent in my opinion, so I typically just like playing non-creature based decks in general. But yeah, if you are playing non-creature based decks, Kaikar is a good one. He just gives you free mana for just playing your deck. I think I saw the Locust God in your deck, which is good. Free tokens just for playing your deck. What else? I guess this is a good segue to talk about what creatures should you try and include in your deck. Since you're trying to have a low amount of creatures in your deck, what would you want? What creatures would you actually want in the deck? And typically, they're going to be like one of two categories. They're going to be A, utility creatures, such as Kaikar. Kaikar just gives you free mana for every non-creature spell you play. Or B, big bomb cards that can help you win the game. I'm talking about cards such as the Locust God, for example. Locust God's the type of card that can easily help you win a game. So it has to be one of those two categories, otherwise it's not really worth including, essentially. If it doesn't do one of those two things you don't really want in the deck, just put in a non-creature spell instead. So another good example, which you also had in the deck, was the Niv-Mizzets. Okay, Firemind and Perrin. Perrin's objectively better. I would personally consider just taking out Firemind and just have Perrin in the deck. So that way you can put in another non-creature spell. Perrin's more consistent on top of can't be countered. So you're more likely to get more value off Perrin than you ever will on Firemind. It's harder to get value off Firemind. Still doable, just harder. One card that I would consider putting in your deck, though, is Dream Trawler. Dream Trawler is also one of those like big bomb cards that could help you win the game, especially if you're drawing a lot of cards. Dream Trawler can just help you not only to stay alive because it has lifelink, but can also just help you like carry away with the game and just kill somebody on its own. Let me pull it up for you so you can look at it. There it is, Dream Trawler. Give me a second. All right, there we go. Back. Let's see. Yeah, Dream Trawler is a good one. It says whenever you draw a card, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Whenever he attacks, you draw a card. So automatically, Dream Trawler, when he attacks, becomes a 5/5 because you draw one card during your draw step. You draw another card when he attacks. So you at least draw 2 cards that turn. So it becomes a 5/5. You can discard a card, give him hexproof, so he's practically impossible to get rid of unless someone plays a board wipe, like a destroy all creatures, like a Wrath of God or something. Has a lifelink, so it helps you keep alive, stay alive. So and flying, so it's hard to block. This isn't including any other card that helps you draw on top of it. So even if you draw at least 3 other cards from your turn, that's +3 extra damage, so he becomes an 8/5. So you do 8 damage to somebody or something, like a planeswalker or someone's life, and you gain 8 life. So you're harder to kill because of the life gain. You do tons of damage because of the +1/+0 ability for every card you draw, and it's hard to deal with because it gives itself hexproof every time you discard a card. Like this does it's so good. I definitely recommend it. Let's see what else. I guess that should be enough good examples for now. But yeah, so if it's not one of two things, either a utility card, a utility creature that helps you serve some type of purpose to help help your deck out, or B, be a big bomb card that can help you win a game. Big bomb creature like Locust God and Dream Trawler that can help you win the game. You want to try to not run any other type of creature. That would be my suggestion. And then just have the rest of your deck be non-creature spells. That way you have high synergy with your deck, and that way you know whenever you do get a creature, it's going to be one that matters. So just taking like your deck list, for example. Akim the Soaring Wind, for example, would not fit this criteria, just because of the fact that it doesn't really like it only has value when you have a lot of tokens on the field or have a way to create tokens. Both actually have tokens on the field, have a way to create tokens. Neither of which it can do on its own. Meaning that in the worst case scenario, if someone board wiped, completely got rid of your board, and you have a low amount of cards in your hand, Akim the Soaring Wind is going to be a dead card. It's not going to do anything except be a 3/4 blocker with flying, which is not what you want. You don't want any situations where you're kind of just sitting there not doing anything. So trying to avoid any card in your deck that would prevent that situation is what you would want. So cards that typically do a lot of stuff on their own would be or synergize with Vadrik would be things to try and take into consideration. Anyways, I kind of went on a rant over there. Right there. Got more passionate about it than I meant to. Let me go ahead and go back to what I was doing before actually putting back together my old deck. So I did the lands, I did the artifacts, I was about to do the planeswalkers. Actually, let me do enchantment since I'm here. Aura shards, I don't have aura shards yet. Collective restraint, I do have that. Oh, click. Why? Oh, wrong. There we go. Where is it? Is that an uncommon? No, it's a rare. Found it. Collective restraint. Collective restraint is basically propaganda, but on crack for multicolored decks. All right, so there's the collective restraint. Cryptolith Right, which I have. Defense of the Heart, which I don't have yet. Elephant Grass, which I do have. Elephant Grass, Favored Visions. Favored Visions. Island Sanctuary. Jeskai Ascendancy. Don't have Mirari's Wake. I do have Omniscience and Rhystic Study, though. Rhystic Study's in another deck, though. Omniscience. Definitely gonna have to update this deck. This deck clearly hasn't been edited in years. Omniscience. Alright, so those are the enchantments. I'm missing some of them. I'll have to get them later. Planeswalkers. Johnny Unwheeled. Tameo Field Researcher. And I have Ugin, the Spirit Dragon, in a different deck. Let's see. What happened to the music? There's only 4 Planeswalkers in the old version of this deck. Alright, let's do... I did artifacts already. All Planeswalkers. Alright, let's see. I did enchantments already. Instant sorceries. Sorcery. Instant. Okay, so for instance, we have Arcane Denial, Beast Within, Chaos Warp, Enlightened Tutor, Forbid. I should have an extra copy of that somewhere. Heroic Intervention, which I need to get another thing of. There it is. Forbid, and you look for Muddle the Mixture. I know I have metal to mixture somewhere. I should have it somewhere. I play that card all the time. I know it's in here somewhere. Boy, I can't find my model of the mixture. Yeah, what the heck? I can't find my model of the mixture. Well, this is concerning. I don't know where it is. Yeah, I can't find my metal mixture. And I know I own the card. I play it all the time. Well, that kind of bums me out. I'll have to look for that. I guess I'll have to order a new one later. Well, forbid. Mystical Tutor, which is another deck. Swan Song? Do I have another copy of Swan Song? Don't think so. Swords to Plowshare. And Worldly Tutor. Do I have another Swan Song? I do. I do have another swan song. Don't know. I got a swan song though. Alright, so Arcane Denial, Beast Within, Chaos Warp, Psych Rift, Enlightened Tutor, Forbid, Heroic Intervention, I'll have to get, Mystical Tutor, have a different deck, Swan Song, Sword, Holy Tutor. For the sorceries, we have Thrall's Expertise, Blasphemous Act, Bring to Light. I need to get one of those. Farseek, which I think I also need to get. Green Sun Zenith, which I need to get. Byzantine Mortars, Rishkar's Expertise. I don't have that. I think I need to get one. Don't have that. I'll have to get it now. I need to get that later. Further Green Zenith, Myers. I don't have Rishkar's Expertise. Savala's Stampede. Shard Convergence? What's that? Oh, I don't have that. Time Reversal. Wheel of Fortune. Wrath of God. I don't have Wrath of God, but I have Supreme Verdict. And I guess instead of Time Reversal, I could do Time Spiral. Wheel of Fortune's in a different deck. Then for the creatures. Admission Angel, which I do not have. Archetype of Imagination, which I do have, but I don't want to play. Vengeance in the Car, which I do not have. Bird Spiritus, which I do have. Guess I can start color coordinating these. There we go. All right, Birds of Paradise. Birds of Paradise. Clever Impersonator, which I have. Consecrated Sphinx. Dragon. Oh yeah, Dragon Master Outcast is actually pretty good in here. Why is it so difficult to put in? Dragon Master Outcast. Just the Phantasms. Fierce Empath. I know I do have that. Keurig like Great Glass Spinner. Where is it? Kozilek, Butcher of Truth. Maelstrom Wanderer, which I do not have. Monastery Mentor. Regal Behemoth. Royal Elemental, which I do not have, I think. I don't have Saval anymore. Sylvan Caryatid. Don't have Sylvan Caryatid at the moment, but I do have you, which kind of does the same thing. Dahlia Heretic Cathar, which I don't have, I think. Yes, I believe I don't have it. Uvenwald Hydra, I don't have. Urbrask, I do have. Let's see. Foreign clicks I don't have. What else I do have? I think that was all the types, right? It was. So obviously I'm missing cards, but technically, aside from the cards I'm missing, this was my old deck list. It needs massive upgrades, so that's what we're gonna do. I do want to make this a more so like non-creature based deck though, so that's what we're gonna focus on here. There we go. So with that, the commander. All right, let's do this. So ignoring lands. How do I want to build this? So I like the Dragon Master Outcast. I think that's dope. Like the way I deck build too has changed a lot over the years too. I'm definitely gonna want to change the Planeswalker, so we'll just do this. So for each of the categories, I do feel like I want to make this more of like a Planeswalker enchantment based type deck, if possible. Creatures, instant sorceries with artifacts on the side, lands on the side too. So I think this was in it, yeah. So we'll definitely keep the Dragon Master Outcast. For board wipes. I'm a big fan of board wipes. Supreme Verdict seems pretty good here. I'm not too sure about Savella Stampede yet because I don't know how many creatures I'll have in the deck. Blasphemous Act, yep. Brawl's Expertise, yep. Anything that lets me cast stuff for free, I like. Oh, actually, Savella Stampede I could do because I want free votes. Yeah, I like that. Time Sprawl is decent. I don't know if I'm missing Mortars anymore. We have access to white. I don't really need to play Mizium Mortars. Actually, I can replace Mizium Mortars for the white version now. So this pile is from the cards that were not in the original deck. Yeah, Winds of Abandon. I can replace Mizium Mortars from Winds of Abandon. Pew! Planeswalkers. Whoops. Over here. Artifacts, enchantments. And these are a bunch of lands. These are a bunch of artifacts. Alright, so stuff in the middle are things I definitely want in the deck. Chandra Torch Defiance I definitely want in the deck. What's it Johnny do again? Exile target creatures, control against life. Oh, it's a source splash here. +2, reveal top 3 cards of your deck. Put all non-land permanents into your hand. The rest of it. It's not very. I'm not sure that's very good for a 6 mana Planeswalker anymore. Let's take that out. Let's. I like Garrick. Actually, Oko I like. Oko's just nuts. Wait, is this the? Oh, I just noticed it has a little symbol in the bottom. That's cool. We'll take out a Johnny. I don't want know what Johnny in here. What does field researcher do again? +1, choose up to 2 target creatures until your next turn. Whenever either of those creatures deals combat damage, you draw a card. Tap up to 2 non-land permanents. They don't untap their next one. Oh, the ult of the mine is a omniscience. Gotcha. I don't care about that anymore. Take it out! Let's do this so you guys can see what I'm doing a little bit better. Planeswalker stuff over here. So we're going for a non-creature based strategy here. So I want the Narset, the new Narset. I want the new Teferi. I want to be as much of a an ass as possible. Narset, let's see. Dove and handed control is pretty decent here. Sarkhan on Broken is decent here. I don't know about the rest of these Planeswalkers just yet in my hand. Definitely I want Whirlwind of Thought for sure. I want Smothering Tithe. That's just free mana. How can I say no to that? Let's see. Collective Restraint seems good. I need to figure out. I need win conditions. That's what I need. I need win conditions, and then I can build around the win conditions. So what do I want my win conditions to be? I want big bomb cards as my win conditions. So cards like I like a lot of drawing type win conditions. So we can do the Locust God. That could be a win condition. Where's my... Oh, I need more copies of Niv-Mizzet-Parent. Niv-Mizzet-Parent, which I have another deck I can put in this deck too, though. I guess I'll have Firemind in here as a placeholder for Parent for now. Cascade. I do want a little bit of control. Put Hushbringer in there. Hushbringer will just shuts down so many decks. Oh my god. We're not going to play Linvala. I kind of want to put Dorat, or not Dorat, Sprite Dragon in here. I feel like Sprite Dragon can actually be pretty decent. We'll take out Beastall Giant. Cascade. We'll take out Pramicon. Cascade. We'll take out Keenan. Let's see. I don't know if I want the Cascade stuff in the deck yet. If I go more permanent based strategy, so like mostly like enchantments, planeswalkers, like I could go that route. I feel like I'm already gonna have so much mana. I kind of want to put Kaikar in, but I kind of don't too, because I feel like I'm already gonna get a lot of lands and mana just from my commander alone. I do need win conditions though, so Dream Trawler. We'll put Kaikar down here. Everything else down here for now. We'll take out Crom. Crom's not good enough anymore. Jordan might actually be pretty decent here. We'll take take out Silent Arbiter. I used to run Silent Arbiter in like every single one of my decks. Now I don't anymore. Oh, actually, I might still want to put Silent Arbiter in here if I'm running a ton of Planeswalkers. Just to help protect them. These are maybes. Feel good. Ooh. Let's see. I mean, these are decent instants. Don't need Generous Gift anymore. Heliod's Intervention's good. Mana Drain's good. Furious Protection, Corrosion Grip. Ghost Spiral. These are decent. We'll put, I don't know, I was going to put Wood Ups for mana fixing and ramp, but don't know about that. Oh, Fierce Empath will help me 2 to 4. Actually, since I'm putting I might as well put Torpor Orb in here too, actually. And I'll just avoid ETB triggers as much as possible. So as much as I would like to do like Wood Elves and Fierce Empath, I think I'm just gonna not do that. Because I don't want to end up in a situation where it's like, ho, I got these ETB creatures, but I have Torpor Orb or Hushbringer on the field. That would kind of be a feels bad. We'll take out Drift of Phantasms. Non-creature based. I guess we'll have Monastery Mentor. Birds of Paradise. Forgot what this thing is called for mana ramp. We'll take out Kozilek. I do want Thalia, that's for sure. Don't know if I want Urbrask anymore in the deck. I do like being the Monarch and getting double mana for being the Monarch. I don't know if I should play it though. Not sure about these. Still need more win condition. What are the enchantments I have at the moment? Let's see. Fury Vision's okay. Don't know about Omniscience anymore. Not so sure about Jeskai Ascendancy. Kind of have something better than that. I have the Whirlwind of Thought now. I don't need Jeskai Ascendancy anymore. Not too sure about the amount of creatures. We'll take out Cryptolithrite. We'll keep Island Sanctuary because that's OP in this deck. You updated your deck build? Nice. Let's take a look at it. I think it still showed up as the same on my side. Oh, you made an entirely new one. You didn't edit your deck build. You made an entirely new deck build. That's what you did. Okay, nice. You lowered down the creatures a lot, which is good. 15 creatures. You have way more instant sorceries, which is good. You went from what, like 12 to having 22. Huge difference. Huge difference. What I would recommend, I would personally try and pick instant and sorceries who have a CMC of 3 or less. I would try and do that as much as possible, because you have quite a few which don't meet that. So you're not going to really be able to take advantage of that with your commander. Remember, you want to try and have as many potential targets as possible for your commander's ability, the mutating effect. So off the bat, I would already take off cards like Hieroglyphic Illumination, just because you can't recast that with your commander. Oh, excuse me. Hypothesizal. I would probably not play that either. Try to swap that off for a different instant sorcery. Paradox Outcome, same thing. It needs to be 3 mana or less. That would be the goal. Aside from counter spells, of course. Zenith Flare is okay just because you do run a lot of cycling cards, so like that would be one of the few exceptions I would say to keep, but more often than not, you would try and keep them your non-creatures. Try to be towards 3 CMC or less if possible. Huh, interesting. Yeah, it already looks a lot better. Can still be improved, of course, but a lot better. Yeah, I noticed that the instant sorceries that you did add, a lot of them are like 4 or 5 CMC. And there's probably other cards that do similar to what they do, but for less CMC. So if you can, try and look for like those type of cards. So like for example, hold on. What card can I think of anything that could replace? But let's see. I'll have the blue-red goblin who can drop the colors by 1, for instance. Oh, Goblin Electromancer. Instead of Goblin Electromancer, I would recommend playing crap, what's his name? Brawl, Chief of Compliance instead. This guy. Whoops. This guy. Play Brawl, Chief of Compliance instead of Goblin Electromancer. Does the same exact thing. You only need 1 blue instead of a red and a blue. And it also has a bonus ability where if you use a counter spell, you can draw a card, discard a card. So kind of fits with your game plan a little bit better. That would be my recommendation. Oh, you know what? I want to try and find a way to win via enchantments and planeswalkers, if possible. I mean, I have a few bomb cards via creatures, but I think instead of creatures for ramp, I'm just gonna use instant sorceries for ramp. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Try and keep it as non. So, like for example, instead of like Birds of Paradise and stuff, I'll just run cards like Growth Spiral and like Farseek and whatnot. Growth Spiral. I need green ramp cards. Oh, Washout for sure. Wheel of Fortune will definitely be in the deck. I have Sky Shroud Claim. I need cards that give me value for playing non-creature spells. That's what I need. So what would fit that category? Where's my phone? Oh, I think I might have to go. I got pinged. Where did I get pinged? Okay. You could use both. Yeah, I guess you could. I don't really think you need both. I mean, you can. I don't think you would need both though, just because of the fact that you do have 22 cards in your deck as instant sorceries. That's only and counting lands. That's a fifth of your deck. That's roughly a fifth of your deck. To be honest, you probably only need only one for now. Yeah, I think only one would be necessary for now. And keep in mind, you'll probably want to swap out one of your current creatures for those cost reduction creatures, like Brawl and Goblin Electromancer. So, like, yeah. In which case, what I would recommend is, like, you could probably take out... Let's see. You could probably take out... if you really want to run both, you could probably take out Swiftblade Vindicator and Tajic Legion's Edge from your deck. And put in Brawl, Chief of Compliance, and Goblin Electromancer. That would probably be my recommendation, just because of the fact that those two creatures, Legions and Edge, whatever, and the other guy, don't really work with your game plan. But Brawl and Goblin Electromancer do, so you could easily take this out. You know what? I think I'm going to put this together later. I have so many different ideas I want to do for this. I'm not really sure what direction I want to go in. I'll just hand make this later. I'm missing cards anyways. I gotta go. I'm gonna head to bed and get them soon. Yeah, no problem. Glad I was able to help. I'll figure this out later. God, it's just a bunch of cards piled together. I don't know what to do with just it. Alright, well, you guys have a great night. Hope you guys enjoyed the chill stream. Again, it wasn't supposed to be anything crazy, just kind of hanging out, have a good time, relax, that type of thing. It's what I needed anyways. I've been gone all week, just came back from a 3-hour drive, so yeah. Anyways, you guys take care, have fun, all that good stuff, stay safe. I'll see y'all later.